Assalamu alaikum guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we are going to study the comprehension A Gold Sheep on Readworks. And it's a really cute story. I hope you guys enjoy it. I specially chose it for you guys. And it's about a boy who goes to the zoo and he finds a talking sheep. So there are about three characters in the story. The main characters are three. Otherwise, we can say there are four characters. If we count four characters, it would be Jared, his mom, and then the two sheep that he meets. So, but the mom is just, a background character. The main characters are Jared, the gold sheep, and another sheep named Conrad, who he also talks to. So, let's see what happens. Jared and his family are going to the petting zoo. Oh, and the story takes place in the zoo. So, this is the setting. Okay, I want you guys to understand these concepts that a story has a setting, that means where the story takes place. There are different characters because in the later on in some of the lessons on Zoom, we are going to be discussing this stuff. Jared and his family are going to the petting zoo. Jared is nervous. What if one of the animals bites him? The animals won't bite as long as you are nice to them, Mom says. I'm always nice to animals, says Jared. And do you guys notice these marks over here? These are speech marks. They look like commas that are upside down. And so they're actually called inverted commas. That means upside down comma, inverted comma. But they're also called speech marks, which is the easier way. And also, this way you remember that they are used to mark the dialogue of a character. For example, if I read this sentence, Jared and his family are going to the petting zoo. That is a narration. Nobody in the story is saying this sentence. But these are the sentences that the characters are saying, the dialogue. Okay, so they are marked with speech marks. When they get to the zoo, he sees all kinds of animals. There are chickens and lambs. There is a goat and a cow. Jared puts a nickel in a dispenser. This means he puts a coin in a dispenser. A big handful of animal pellets come out. So, this is the food that he is going to give to the goat. They smell like dirty socks. He holds the pellets up to a goat, and the goat grabs them with its tongue. The tongue is soft and it tickles Jared's hand. Ah! Jared yells and jumps back from the goat. Bleat, says the goat. Bleat is the sound of a goat. You know, like the sound of a chicken is clucking, or the sound of a duck is called quack. So, bleat is the sound of a goat. It wants more food. Jared doesn't have any more food to give it. Jared keeps walking backward until he feels something fluffy against the back of his legs. A whole flock of sheep is standing together. Do you know how when a lot of people are standing together, it's a group of people? So when a lot of sheep are together, it's a flock of sheep. Ba, the sheep say. Over here, I want to point out that the word sheep is plural, right? Ba, the sheep say. So all of the sheep in the flock, they all are saying ba, which means the word sheep here is plural, but it doesn't have an S because the word sheep, even in its plural form, does not have an S at the end. It's a special word. They are looking for food from Jared too. One of the sheep is a little different from the others. It's a black sheep. Jared walks up to the funny animal. Suddenly, the sheep's face turns gold. Why do you have a gold face? He asks the sheep. Why do you have a brown face? The sheep asks. Because that's the color of my skin, Jared says. Suddenly, he realizes the sheep is talking. Hey, you can talk. Only you can hear me, says the sheep, and only you can see my true color. Also, notice the exclamation marks, right? Because this is being said with a lot of surprise and emotion. At this, the whole sheep magically turns bright gold. Let me introduce myself. I am Gail, the sacred gold sheep. I live in shame. So let's click on shame. Shame is a bad feeling that you have because you know that you did something wrong. So this means the sheep feel like it's doing something wrong, right? The sheep feels that it is